everyone, what's up? This is Sankalp Chauhan and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. Now, I know it's been a really long time that I haven't really uploaded anything on my YouTube channel, and this video is actually regarding the same. Like why I took a so long break from my YouTube. And back in the time when I started my YouTube channel, I used to upload one video every week, and I tried to maintain the consistency in which I was really successful up to an extent where it was like, there are a lot of toxic activities that were happening in my mind at that point of time. Those are the activities in which we will be discussing in this video, how social media can actually affect the brain of a person. Along with all of this, I'll also discuss about the review of one of the most influential web series of the Netflix, and which is completely based on how social media really works and how it really exploits the normal people out there just like me and you, right? So in this video we will be discussing, or we will also be talking about how to reduce your screen time so as you can be more productive in your day. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because this video is going to be really productive for you guys. Initially, when I started out with my YouTube channel, as I told you that I used to upload one video every week, and I try to maintain the consistency as much as possible. Being a creator, I understand my responsibility that promoting my own content is such a big deal in the world of social media, and which actually affects us in a lot of different ways. As I was creating content on YouTube, I know that it cannot only be restricted till YouTube in order to gain some audience for myself. Then I have to expand my network. In order to promote my basic content, I have to take a support of other social media sites as well. Whenever I used to upload a video, it's quite obvious. I'll share the link with you guys so as you can just have a look on it, right? But in the process of the same, I figured out that I was actually wasting a lot of my time scrolling like nonsense thing on Instagram, or maybe watching useless videos on YouTube. So these are the things which were actually taking a toll on my brain. There was a time that I just stopped myself from using these stuff, right? And at the same time of my dilemma with social media, there was a very good web series of Netflix that came out in the market, which is The Social Dilemma by the Netflix original. Now, this web series completely focuses on how social media is affecting and exploiting a lot of people like me and you. This series has actually depicted a very unbiased form of what exactly is happening inside the industries or inside the social media industry. Now, this particular web series actually consists of ex-engineers from the tech giants like Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram and Twitter, who quitted their jobs just because it was taking a toll in their brains, that they were facing a lot of problem even in working in these kind of social media site factories, right? So these are the people who actually shared this documentary is basically a combination of interviews of ex-engineers of tech giant companies, which gave their interview in order to share their experience with the world, that how toxic it is for them to work in such a factory, and how a single human or single person is actually controlled by a programmer who is actually working out there for some different kind of a billionaire, and who is just like, making money out of our time. Along with the horrific experiences of some of the ex-engineers of the tech giant factories. Now, this series actually focuses or emphasizes more on the kind of an inferiority complex that most of the teenagers feel, right? Now, there are I have seen that there are like 14-year-old, 15-year-old people who are actually exposed to these kind of apps, and they kind of compare their lives with the others. As you say that the grass on the other side is always greener. Now, at one point of time, the social media provides lots of praises to some of its users, then there are hundreds and thousands of downfalls of the same as well, right? You need to understand that there are two sides of the coins. Like if at one point of time there are a lot of praises, there are lots of likes and followers, and a lot of different other things are happening, a lot of different other positive things are happening with someone on social media, then at the other end of the time, at the other end of the tunnel, there are a lot of downfalls that are actually happening as well, right? So this is what the dark phase of social media is. The series particularly emphasized a lot on how social media plays a big role in conducting community riots, right? How social media actually plays a very big role in creating dispute between two communities, right? Now here are some tips on how you can reduce your social media timings, or basically an overall screen time, and be more productive in your day. Like if you feel that you're consuming a lot of social media, and you're consuming and it consumes a lot of time of your day, where you can be, instead of being very productive, you're just simply wasting your time on it. Now here are the tips that actually can help you in order to understand, or in order to reduce or minimize your timing with social media. Now, first things first is that when the toxicity of social media actually took a toll on my brain, what simple thing I did was that I started to make or create a distance between me and the application, right? And the kind of magic that this distance created was clearly visible, as I was actually using quite a little to very less amount of social media, as I had created distance. Not only my screen time was reducing, my activity time on Instagram was also reducing. My average, I still remember that my average Instagram usage was around 36 minutes a day, and that was kind of an achievement for me. So if you really want to keep away from your social media, then it is important to create a distance between you and the application that you use the most. Now coming on to tip number 2, which is learning to live in the real life rather than in a real life, right? Now this may sound like a cliche, because when I started to upload my YouTube videos, I only thought that YouTube is my life, right? I actually started thinking that YouTube is my life, and if I did not produce any content on one day, then I would lose a lot of things in my life, and those kind of thoughts were actually coming in my mind. But slowly, gradually, I made myself understand that this is not the real life, right? This social media life is not a real life. You should always live a real life. Like in my real life, I'm a student of computer science. I'm interested in coding. I'm interested in time management. I'm interested in a lot of different other things. I'm interested in reading. I read a lot of books, and I read a lot of different other things. I do plenty of different things apart from YouTube, right? So I figured out that I have to make myself understand that my real life is different and my social media life is different. And so that was the reason I did the differentiation between the two. What you can do here is that you can always share what you do in your real life on your social media life, so as when people find it interesting, they will automatically get attracted towards yourself, right? This is a very big lesson that I learned in the break of 2 months. And so here were the tips on social media, how you can reduce your social media time and be more and more productive with your daytime. And if you really enjoyed the video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, or even if you haven't really subscribed to the channel, do subscribe it and share it with your friends. And till then, bye bye. We'll meet in the next video.